The Raven, by Edgar Poe. Once upon a midnight jury, while I wandered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this, and nothing more." Ah, distinctly I remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember brought its ghost. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow for the lost Lenore, nameless here forevermore. For the rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. Silken sad and certain rustling of each purple curtain filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor, entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor, entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I was scarce but sure I heard you. Here, I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming, dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the darkness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word. This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word. Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping, somewhat louder than before. Surely, said I, surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then what the read it is, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more. Open here, I flung the shutter. Then, with many flute and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance had made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but, with mane of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched above a bust of Pallas, above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this evenly bird, beguiling my sad face, fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. Though my crest be shorn and shaven, thou, I said, art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore.
And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting, and on the pallid bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him, streaming, throws his shadow on the floor. And my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted, nevermore.